Redwin let out a tense growl, his sweating hands clenching harder on his halberd. Stormy nights always set his nerves on edge, but tonight was worse than usual. He glanced sideways at Harker, but got nothing back. The two of them had been Royal Guards on the night watch for over a year now, and still knew almost nothing about each other, all because of their wretched oath of silence. Redwin couldn't see the point of it. The door to the royal bedchamber was 6 inches thick. As long as they kept their voices low, no one would hear them whispering, especially not on a stormy night like this. But Harker took his duty far too seriously. He overshined his boots, polished every link in his chainmail, and even iron-pressed his cloak, always trying to impress Graven. And that was just stupid. There could be only one captain of the Royal Guard, and Graven wasn't going anywhere. Even if he did leave his job, it wouldn't be up to him to choose his replacement. And yet, still, Harker did everything he could to please him, the bootlicking dog. Redwin flinched as a dark shape caught the corner of his eye. He glared down the single corridor that extended from the hallway. Lightning flashed in the corridor windows, and he swore he saw a hooded figure dressed in black. But in the next instant, the figure was gone. "Did you see that?" Redwin hissed, finally breaking his oath of silence. Harker shook his head without even looking. Idiots. Redwin stepped away from his post, aimed his halberd before him, and started off down the corridor, alone. He knew what he had seen, and it couldn't have been anyone he knew. The figure had been far too short and slender to be a royal guard. King Calvin was off walking about the royal wing, as he often did late at night, but his robes were royal blue, not midnight black. The king's steward would be in bed by now, and the only other two people in the royal wing at this hour were Queen Tilda and her lady-in-waiting, and they were safely locked in the royal bedchamber behind him. Redwin cursed under his breath and swore he would catch the late-night intruder. When he came to the junction, he turned left and followed the corridor until he came to an octagonal hall. Lightning flickered through the high windows, illuminating the grim faces of the statues of kings in the alcoves. There were 2 archways leading to stairwells, and 2 more corridors extending from the hall. Redwin clenched his jaw. There was no way to know which way the intruder had gone. At the sound of a chain rattling above him, Redwin arched his neck back in time to see the huge iron candle rack descending towards him. He barely had a chance to cry out before the rack crashed down upon him, slamming his body to the floor and smashing all the life out of him.